Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We're at Spa. We're in the BMW V8 GTP car, and we are going for one flying lap. That's all we have time for this week, is just one flying lap in qualifying. A lap around Spa, depending on how fast you are, can be anything from a 2-minute flat to about a 2:05. And as you can see, by the time we did an out lap, we only had 2 minutes and 22 seconds left on the clock. So we've got one run at this and one run only. We're at Radion and we are on the Kemmel straight. We are just making sure that this lap needs to be as clean as possible, because as I said, and as you guys can see, we've got one run, one shot at this, and unfortunately everything is looking good so far into the chicane. We're down a little bit on time. Obviously could have carried more speed through the chicane, but everything is okay at this point. The delta time is against my time of a 2:01.4, so everything isn't looking too bad at this point, although we are 8/10 down. Just lost too much time through the chicane and whatnot. We've gained a little bit of time back through Pouon into the next sequence of chicanes, and we just seem to be dropping a lot of time. Tires weren't quite in the window, but it is where it is. Into the last chicane before we get onto the main straight. Spent too long on the apex curb there, heading in towards Blanchimont. And even though we're up a little bit, the lap isn't great. It's not great at all. It's not one of my best. But into the bus stop, gain a little bit of time back through the bus stop just by sending it in. Took a little bit too much curb. Not very good on the exit. And that is it. Qualifying done. Lap was only good enough for a 2:02.9. And it's put me currently P7, but by the time everybody else finished their laps, it dropped me to P8. So not good. But we get into the start and we're away. Green, green, green. We are off. We are motoring. We are gone. We are trying to check out, have a good start, and trying to get on with it straight away and see if we can gain any places, get on the attack. As I've said before, this is an IMSA race. There are GTP cars in this one, LMP2 cars in this one, as well as GT3 cars. The good thing is though, with this being a low 2-minute lap, the LMP2 cars are only about 5-6 seconds slower than the GTP cars on this lap. So yeah, we don't come across them often. We come across the GT3 cars far more than the LMP2 cars. But with that being said, everything gets bunched up into this little sequence of corners, and the car in front of me has run wide. Runs wide out of this corner as well, so I get the foot down to try and get past. We pull alongside, we're in front heading into Pouon, yet we just get forced off wide. As you can see, he clatters me. I get a 1x and a slowdown penalty, which I was fuming about. I wasn't happy at all. I don't need any help from anyone to make mistakes, but when you get forced off wide and then you get X's for it, it's really annoying. You see the name of the title. This is the biggest robbery I've ever seen. That will be coming up, so you need to stay tuned for that. It's around the pit stop, so you guys wait and see for what happens there. But back to the race. Pace felt good, car felt good. Car felt on rails, to be fair. It really did. It's just a matter of the fact that I qualified so low down. I'm unable to move forward, which is frustrating me a little bit. But it is what it is. It's racing, right? It is racing, and we just need to pick our moments. Just like the Nürburgring last week, this circuit is tight, and you need to be well in front to make overtakes stick. But I do feel as if I've got a lot more pace than the guys in front, especially Mr. Pasta in front of me. But obviously, you need to be well alongside and well clear before you can start making moves, because to send it, a little bit of contact in these cars, and usually it ends up with you both in the wall. Or with my luck lately, me missing all 4 tyres, because that's just how lucky I've been. But he's gone wide again, so I'm trying to get the foot down to try and get closer, but unfortunately nothing happening yet. As we enter Pouon, he braked a lot later there, and he starts to run a little bit all over the place. He is very squirrely, so I'm just keeping my distance, really trying to wait to see if a mistake happens. There's debris all over the track, which you can feel under the tyres. The car feels a little bit skittish, and I've got a little bit closer to him during this run as he goes into the gravel. I can see that the spin, I slowed down, and then I get hit by him again. So this guy, in a matter of 2 laps, he's cost me 5 X's, and he's put me about 2.6, 2.7 seconds behind the rest of the pack now, just with that little spin. I'm gutted at this point, because that is 5X that I didn't need to have. Yeah. And you just know when you have a race that you've already got 5 X's within 2 laps, it's not going to go well. It just isn't. But I put all that in the back of my mind. I know that I was about 2.6 behind the cars in front, so it's just a matter of using that pace advantage that I had to try and hold back the time and try and get back. As we head into Eau Rouge and Radion, I have a screen freeze right there, and that was enough to send me wide to give me another X. And I'm thinking to myself at this point, OMG, what am I going to do? Like, everything is against me at this point. I did the race prior to this, and got 7 laps into that race and got absolutely annihilated to the tune of 16 seconds worth of damage. 16 minutes worth of damage. So that race was a write-off. So then I went into the next race, and this is what I'm having to put up with. Was it lap 3, and I'm already 6x into it, and yeah, just thinking, okay, now it's damage limitation. I need to catch the cars in front. I need to keep pushing. I need to drop the cars behind, and see where we can go from there, because there is a lot of racing left to go. It's 39 minutes still on the clock. I managed to half the gap to the cars in front, and yeah, just seeing what I can do, seeing if this race is salvageable, because like I said from the race earlier, I lost 97 iRating, and I lost 0.5 of safety rating as well, through no fault of my own. I got absolutely dive bombed into the bus stop, and the other car locked up, and yeah, just took me out completely, just straight T-boned me. But it is what it is. We're on to lap 4, and we're in this race, and we're, like I said, still trying everything. We did a 202.7. That was probably our best lap of the race, but unfortunately, because we went wide at the top of Radion, it didn't count. That's the way it goes. If you get an X on a lap, you get a lap deleted. So it is what it is. But at this point, I'm just trying to chase down the cars in front, trying to, like I said, salvage what's gone on prior. But I'm enjoying it. It's Spa, right? Spa is up there in definitely my top 5 circuits. It's just one of those circuits that when you get into a rhythm, you can absolutely flow. I love that. I love a circuit that you can just get the grips with, get into, and just start flowing with the car. And The good thing is about this that I managed to stick with the pack. Alright, P1 is checked out, but I can see P2, and that is what I had in my mind at this point. Because like I said, the car felt good, the pace felt good, I felt good, just unfortunate with the 6Xs, and yeah, you know, it's just one of those where damage limitation, and just best foot forward, and you just got to keep going, you just got to keep on keeping on, and that's what I felt it did. As you can see, the GT3 cars, the cars in pink on the mini-map, they're quite a distance away yet, so we've not got to worry too much about those. But nearly 10 minutes of racing done, and like I said, I felt good. I really did. As we go back into the bus stop, we've got a lot closer to the guys in front. We've caught right up in 2 laps, so you can see the pace is there. You see that the grip is there. We did a 203.2, so yeah, I'm happy at this point. Like I said, I've caught back up. It's just see what happens when we catch back up to the GT3 cars. But that'll happen. That'll come quick enough and soon enough. But right now, I'm a happy chappy. Well, as happy as I can be. Onto the Kemmel straight. We've just been dropped a little bit. We're out of the slipstream. Slipstream is about 1.2. But yeah, so we move on a few more laps, and as you can see, we are well in the thick of the GT3 cars, and I can see just this gaggle of cars and see how close it was. The red Ferrari gets absolutely clattered by the GT3 car, and that's something that you have to be so careful of, hence the reason why I backed off, because you can just see something unfolding, and when you see so many close cars in proximity of each other going through Blanchimont, it's a recipe for disaster. You can see I crossed the line with the lap of 2:07, so that's just how much I backed off. But we're going to try and pinch and make our way through these group of GT3 cars whilst keeping sight of P4, the yellow Porsche, I think it was. This lobby seemed to be filled with Porsches, so I can only assume that Porsche was probably the best GTP car to run around Spa. But that's okay. We're in the BMW, and we, like I said, we feel good. We just had a little snap going into the chicane at the end of the Kemmel straight, and debris all over the track, which doesn't help because it really makes you feel it through the tyres. The gap to P4 is about 2.2 now, because, like I said, they're managing to clear the traffic far better than us. And it's been a case for this IMSA series of approaching cars at the wrong times. There's a lot of stuff I still need to do as well. I need to work on tyre management, because yeah, for the first 10-15 minutes of a race, the car feels really good, and then after the pit stops, it seems to significantly drop off. I've noticed it, even the win we had at Canadian Motorsports. After the pit stop, the car seems to really, like I said, drop off, and that's something I need to work on. I think it's because I am wearing out the tyres far too quickly in the opening laps by pushing too much. So yeah, that's something that I need to work on, because season 1 of 2026 is fast approaching, and I want to obviously do a lot more in the IMSA series. I'm going to follow the IMSA series a long way and try and get better at the GTP cars. I also want to get my Formula license to A class. So yeah, I think we're going to be doing a lot more IMSA and a lot more Formula as the 2026 finally
slower cars ahead.
Comes
These
around,
guys are scrapping for position. They might not see you.
Is it December or something, whenever it is. So yeah, that won't be far about. As you can see, we are too far behind this GT3 car though, going into the end of the Kemmel straight, and the McLaren just seems to just slam on the anchors. I've already lost a second on on the car in front, but because he's behind the other GTP car, he's not made much inroads.
Clear left.
But we're trying. We're trying. And like I said, we're currently P5. We started P8, and everything feels good. I feel good. And how wrong I was. And this is the thing with these type of races. They can change so quickly. And
okay, Nathan.
so
Keep doing what you're doing. This is
but
spot on. That's 20 minutes to go.
It is
20 minutes.
what it is.
There's an incident
We moved on.
La Source.
Pit stops
Ahead
are
is now
starting to happen,
4.2.
and with a car crashed
P3. Only 2 more laps of
and
fuel.
one pitted, so we've moved ourselves up to P3, and again feel good. You can see the guy in P4 has boxed. He's in the pits now. It's about anything from a 14 to about an 18-second pit stop around Spa. We are using the F1 pits, whereas if it was a GT3 only race, you'd use the long pit lane and then the exit that comes up Radion. But for the sake of this race, we are using the F1 style pits, and yeah, we're just vibing. We're thinking feels a little bit low, so when are we gonna box? We got about 2 laps of fuel left, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, we'll box as soon as the warning lights come on. You'll see them come on the dash very soon, and yeah, we'll just pit whenever that happens. We'll go for it. And right on cue, there are the warning lights to say we've got low fuel. Yes, I could have gone another lap. Hindsight, wonderful tool, and I probably should have gone another lap, especially what is about to happen. And this is where the biggest robbery I've ever experienced in iRacing. Yes, we had a issue at Daytona, but that was totally caused by myself. But anyway, the lights are on. I've decided to pit. I need to clear this Mustang before I pit, and he sticks to the right hand side, and obviously I need to be on the right hand side for this corner. I couldn't have sent it because the Mustang was on my outside, and I needed to clear the Mustang to get in. So I pit, and this is where the robbery happens. You can see the pit lane speed. So I hit the pit limit there. Pit lane speed is 72 kph. I hit the pit limit there way before, and I am 71 kph. There's my guy. I'm slowing down, and yeah, everything looks good. Everything looks happy. I hit their marks, no problem at all.
Have a look.
We'll have a look.
We'll have a look.
So I've gone to the end to recheck this.
Feel physically sick, to be honest. I'm rapidly falling out of love with football. I just wonder what's the point anymore, you know.
The reason being, I had to serve a 40-second stop penalty for some sort of violation that I did in the pits. I have no idea what I did. Please rewatch the clips. You can see I crossed no lines. I don't even know what I did for a 40-second stop-go penalty. So in totality, my stop-go penalty was for the tune of 56 seconds, which puts me P10. I'm 21 seconds behind P9. This race is pretty much over. I've been robbed after pitting in P2 with good pace, good car.
He's got a bad reputation.
I have no idea. I have no idea. Still, I've reviewed that footage so many times. I'm sick of seeing it. As you can see, it was a 3-minute and 14-second lap, as this was the lap directly after the pit stop. And I'm just devastated because
behind is pitting now.
When something like that happens, like I said, I still don't even know what I've done. So guys, if you know what I did, please let me know in the comments. I really would love to hear from you to not do that again, because at Daytona with the drive-through or the stop-go penalty we had, I knew what I did. I approached the pit entry wrong. I should have gone through the cones. I didn't. I deserved a 40-second stop penalty. For this, I do not know what I did. So please let me know in the comments what you believe I did, because obviously there are a lot more people out there with far superior iRacing knowledge than I've got, and I feel absolutely gutted. I remember racing at this point, and yeah, I was gutted from being in a really good position to absolutely being gutted. So anyway, we moved on. There's about 4 minutes, or just over 4 minutes of racing left. I'm gutted, devastated in fact. I've managed to claw the gap down to 11.3 from 21 odd seconds, but it's just not going to be enough. I'm going to run out of time. I've gone from being in a really good position to be in a really bad position. I don't know, like I said, looking back, I don't know if it's the little issue I had with the Mustang, and I got done for the way I entered the pits. I certainly didn't cut any lines. I certainly didn't. I thought it was just a normal pit entry, but it obviously wasn't, and I was deemed worthy of a 40-second stop penalty, which is devastating, really, because if you look at the timing screen on the bottom left, you'll see that if I didn't have that 40-second stop penalty, right now I would be near P3. Yeah, and like I said, I'm gutted. I am truly gutted. Like I said, I'm 10.2 to P9, and then he's 6.2 to P8, and then 9.6. You know, it is what, 20 plus seconds, then 6.6. There's 26, 27 seconds, and then yeah. The guys are not that far in front of me. Like the majority of them are going through into turn 1 now, and I just got it, man. Absolutely gutted. I feel robbed. I physically feel absolutely robbed. So I already know from doing the first race and getting slaughtered, losing 97 iRating, to being in this race, and I can already see in my name, if you look in the top left, I can already see that I'm losing quite a significant chunk of iRating, and
that was 204.2.
I get so annoyed with myself for doing stupid stuff to cause me to lose iRating. And yes, you probably shouldn't care about it, but you need to get the iRating up in order to race with better people. It doesn't always work. It really doesn't. I know this. This is a sketchy moment. I know it doesn't always work, but I try to pride myself on good racing, or you know, trying to be a model racer then, because it's infuriating when you practice, you spend the time racing to then get killed. Like I said, in this race alone, I had 5 X's within 2 laps through no fault of my own. And I'm not saying that I'm above, you know, on some sort of pedestal. I'm not, because obviously I create mistakes myself, and I have unfortunately crashed people out. But I try to keep those mistakes to the bare minimum, and I just get frustrated, wound up, and just utterly annoyed. But then when something like that pit stop happens and you get a 40-second stop penalty for what you perceive to be something so minor, or to be honest, I don't even know what I did to be minor. I genuinely don't. I still don't know what I did as we continue. So yeah, by all means, please let me know what I did. But we are going into the last but one lap as we head into the bus stop. You can see we are out of fuel again. Need to be careful here, as there's an LMP2 car on my outside which sent it, or tried to send it, into the bus stop. I think them pair are fighting for position, but as you see, we got the white flag, so this is the last lap of a devastating Spa. It really is. It really, really is. I just ran out of laps in the end. As you can see, I got the gap down to P9.
Clear right.
It's saying I'm P9, but I'm not. I actually finished P10. The leaderboard has screwed up a little bit. But I got the gap down to 10 seconds, which, again, proves that the pace was there during this race to get the gap from 21.4, I think it was, all the way down to, well, it's currently now 4.3. I think he's had a little spin somewhere, which is so annoying. It's just so annoying. I truly think that I could have been fighting for top 3. But it is what it is, and it's just one of those races that quickly makes you question everything that you do, especially in iRacing. Because like I said, trying to get the safety rating up. Safety rating took a battering pretty much within 2 laps from somebody else. Then the iRating, yeah. Been racing in this game long enough now to know when and where and not to push, etc, etc. But when you get what I deem an absolute BS penalty, that is the disheartening part. And like I said, I still don't know what I've done. Would be happy for you guys to review it, to let me know exactly what I did, because I still don't know. But we approach the bus stop for one final time. We're not going to bother sending it on this Aston Martin. We're just going to go around the corner and to the finish line. Guys, do all that good stuff. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Peace.
10th position. Okay, it's over. Bad luck, Nathan.